hey y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna do number 5, right? Which is just number 4 on the quiz, right? So we're gonna look at, again, numerical number 1, numerical number 2, numerical number 3, right? Where number 1, it's 1 over x, it's 1 over n squared. Number 2 is 1 over n, and number 3 is negative 1, n plus 1 over 3n minus 1, right? And this is actually one of the better problems on this quiz, believe me, right? Believe it or not, right? Because you've already done these questions. You've already done this one. You know it converges, right? P series, P equals 2, P is greater than 1, converges, right? And 5 is asking for which one of these will converge, right? So you know 1 converges, right? And in number 2, you already know this one. It's a harmonic series. It's a power of 1. P equals 1. P equals 1, right? Therefore, it's a harmonic series, therefore it diverges. So 2 is wrong, right? And now, looking at this might seem new, but look, alternating series, right? Alternating series wants you to ignore this and just evaluate. Just take the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over 3n minus 1, right? And that's not too bad. 3 to a negative, 3 to a infinity is infinity. So 1 over infinity, 0, right? And then look. 1 over 3 of n minus 1 plus 1. Is that less than 1 over 3 of n minus 1? Well, let's see, right? 1 over 3 of n less than 1 over 3 of n minus 1. That's pretty familiar. We did that one. Did that one over here, right? We know. We literally did it in the previous problem. We know that this is already correct. So if you just remember like that we've already done these questions, you know that this is already true. And because these two things are true, 3 converges. So the answer is C, because both of these things are met. So 3 converges, and we've already done 1, so we know 1 converges. So that wasn't too bad. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and keep the video going, just for 6. 6 is one of the ones I got wrong because I didn't understand, but I got it. I was sitting in bed and I figured it out. Okay. So for number 6, they're asking, let me just write out n equals to 1 of infinity, negative 1, k of n over n, and in sigma notation, n equals 1 to infinity of k over 4 to the nth power, right? And they're asking which value of k will make both of them converge. And now, so when I was looking at this, I looked at this one first, because this one looked a little simpler, and this one also looked like it had more restrictions in here. And this is what I say. This is what I mean by that. If you're evaluating this, right, I would do the root test, right? And that's the one where it's a of n to the 1nth power, right? Where you're taking the limit as n approaches infinity of a of n to the 1 over nth power, right? Because then you're left with k over 4 to the nth to the 1 over nth, right? And these two cancel out. So you're left with the limit as n approaches infinity of k over 4. And the root test says if this limit is less than 1, it converges, right? So that means that k has to be less than 4, right? And that means H, J, and K are all off the table, right? So that narrows our answer choices off to only F and G, right? 2 and 3, right? And now we're looking over here, right? So if I were to plug in 2 in here, right? -1, 2n over n, right? And I know that from here, like what it looks like here, and what I told you previously, where -1 to the nth power is an alternating series, right? This 2 makes it to where if n was 1, the power is 2, so -1 squared is still positive, right? And now if n is 2, then it's -1 to the 4th power, another even number, so it's still going to be positive. And any n I throw in there is going to be an even n. So it's going to make this always be positive. So it's never going to alternate. And look, you want this to alternate because if it alternates, then that way you can get rid of this whole thing, right? You can get rid of -1 to the kn. You can get rid of it and just take the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over n, and you know that's 0, and you've already done this one, so you already know that it checks both the boxes, right? You know that 1 over n plus 1 is less than 1 over n. You know these things are still true. So in order for these things to be true so that this can be convergent, you need an odd number k in order to make this converge. And this is what I mean. If it was 3, if it was -1 to the 3n over n, if n was equal to 1, you would have -1 cubed, so it'd be -1 over 3. If n was equal to 2, it'd be 6. So it'd be an even number, so it'd be 1 over 2. This should be 1. Sorry, this should be 1. Right? And then if it was 3, it'd be another odd number. So it'd be -1 over 3. Right? So it would alternate, and therefore you could apply the alternate series test, therefore making this converge. So your answer is G, because first you eliminate 3 answer choices because of this, and then you want the series to converge in order for the alternating series test to apply, in order for it to converge. So it needs to be an odd number, and the only odd number left is 3.